War does not always begin with gunfire. Sometimes it begins with hesitation, with an unnatural silence, with reports that are dangerously incomplete. And in moments like these, loud heroes disappear, but minds remain. This is the story of one of those minds, Josef Roth.
Episode 17.7 Josef Roth.
The man who read the war before it began. War does not always start with explosions. Sometimes it begins with silence, with delay, with reports that never arrive complete. In moments like these, heroes disappear, and minds remain. Scene 1. The moment when nothing is clear. A front line that changes shape every hour. Maps are outdated. Reports contradict one another. Observers see things they are not certain are real. Commanders shout. Orders are issued, then immediately canceled. Fear hides behind official language. In this environment, most commanders search for certainty, a certainty that does not exist. But Josef Roth remains silent. He knows this. War reveals itself before it moves. Scene 2. Seeing what others miss. Roth does not stare at maps. He studies the gaps. The moment the enemy should have appeared, but didn't. The unit that should have moved, but never did. To others, these are empty spaces. To Roth, they are signals. He understands that the absence of movement can matter more than movement itself. War is not only what happens. War is also the collection of things that do not happen, and the reasons behind them. Roth speaks this language fluently. Scene 3. War as a system. For Josef Roth, war is not random chaos. He sees it as a living system. A system where pressure applied in one place creates a reaction somewhere else. When the enemy is silent, he does not ask, why aren't they attacking? He asks, where are they preparing? He knows every army, before striking, holds its breath.
Scene 4. Deciding without a complete picture. Complete information never arrives. This is the first lesson Roth learned. He understands those who wait for certainty gift time to the enemy. So he decides, while doubt still exists, while error is still possible. But his decision is not a gamble. It is built on patterns, on experience, on understanding human behavior under pressure. And when the enemy finally moves, they realize they are already too late. Scene 5. Changing fate without noise. There is no massive assault, no dramatic retreat recorded in history, only a small shift, in the right place at the right time. A battle that could have ended in slaughter quietly changes direction. History records explosions, but the greatest victories are often the ones that never become headlines. Scene 6. The commander history overlooked. Josef Roth was not a name soldiers shouted. His face was never printed on posters. His medals were awarded in silence. But his decisions kept countless nights alive. In frozen trenches, on silent roads, in moments where death was only one mistake away. Some commanders are remembered for bravery, some for power, and some because a disaster that could have happened never did. Roth belonged to the last. Scene 7. Fighting before the battlefield. Josef Roth knew one thing clearly. If you wait for the enemy, you have already lost. War must be won first in the mind, before it ever begins on the ground. Roth fought the war ahead of time, quietly, precisely, without claims. And perhaps that is why his name was heard less often. What comes next? Georg von Trapp. The next story is about a man who turned discipline into a weapon, silence into command, leadership into legacy. Georg von Trapp, a commander who never hesitated in decision and carried discipline to his final breath.
If the story of the War of Minds fascinates you and you don't want to miss it, then subscribe now and turn on the bell so you'll be the first to enter episode 17.8, because the greatest commanders are usually recognized last.